In today's world, where the choice of foods is enormous, how do we know what is really good for our health? Have you ever wondered which foods can dramatically improve your health, strengthen your body, and give you many years of active life? Today, we will reveal the secrets of the healthiest foods that should be on every table. These foods can give you health and longevity. Watch the video to the end. It will be very interesting. Let's get started. By the way, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell. Don't miss our new videos. The first food is pumpkin seed.
Point 1 is the zinc content. Zinc is a very important mineral that plays a major role in the function of our body. First of all, zinc is very important for the maintenance of our immune system. The list of those systems and organs in which zinc is involved and important could go on for a very long time. If we take an ordinary handful of pumpkin seeds, about 30 grams or 1 ounce, they will contain about 70% of the daily dose of zinc. It must be said that this is a kind of record holder for the content of this mineral. Also, besides working with our immune system, zinc is very important for the health of our bones. It helps restore their density and prevents osteoporosis. Moreover, zinc helps if we have joint inflammation. And it is also very healthy to normalize our digestion and helps to reduce so-called bad cholesterol, that is, low-density lipoproteins. Also, if we are on a diet and want to lose weight, zinc acts as a support in this. Moreover, zinc is very good for men's health, and so eating a handful of pumpkin seeds a day would be very beneficial. The next effect of pumpkin seeds is the ability to rid the body of worms. This is probably one of their most well-known properties. Of course, you can take a pill that will chase away the worms, but this should be prescribed by a specialist. But as a regular preventive measure, the use of pumpkin seeds is very desirable. The fact is that pumpkin seeds, or rather their film, contain an amino acid such as cucurbitane. It is safe for humans, but worms dislike it very much because it has a paralyzing effect on them and helps to remove them. It is also worth mentioning other micronutrients that are found in very good doses in pumpkin seeds. These are calcium, potassium, phosphorus, copper, iron, and manganese. Together, they will have a very good effect on overall health and keep our bodies young. So, they will affect the condition of the skin, hair, and nails, and the internal ones too. By the way, one fact is worth noting. The greatest benefit we will get from raw pumpkin seeds, because if we roast them, they will be overcooked just into a delicious treat. It will lose much of its health benefits. Another very interesting property of pumpkin seeds is their ability to resist cancer. In particular, esophageal cancer, and it's all about the content of zinc and calcium in pumpkin seeds. Zinc reacts to the calcium signals that come from cancer cells and neutralizes them. Also, pumpkin seeds have another interesting property. They are used as a remedy for motion sickness and nausea attacks. Thus, they can help if a person gets motion sickness in transport. The next point is the magnesium content. The fact is that things like sudden cardiac arrest, heart attack, or stroke can happen much less often if a person consumes an adequate amount of magnesium every day. Just 30 grams of pumpkin seeds can provide half the daily dose of magnesium. It's 1 ounce. And magnesium does more than just that. It has a very wide range of effects overall. It's the health of our bones and our teeth. It's also the function of our muscles, including our heart. It also lowers our blood pressure, affects our physical endurance, and overall, it's one of the most important minerals. An adult needs to consume at least 400 milligrams of magnesium a day. In addition, pumpkin seeds have a pretty good dose of fiber. As I've said many times on my channel, an adult needs to consume about 30 grams of fiber every day. It's 1 ounce. Most people on our planet are very low on that amount, and fiber will be very healthy for our intestinal health and more. Eating pumpkin seeds every day as an additional source of fiber is a very good idea. But maybe not everything is so perfect, and there are some contraindications or even harm from pumpkin seeds. In general, it is a healthy food, but certain nuances must be known, and there are also some contraindications. First, overindulging in pumpkin seeds is contraindicated for those who have a stomach ulcer. It is still a heavy food to turn over. Pumpkin seeds, as well as nuts, promote a large release of gastric juices, and for a healthy body, this is normal. But if there is a stomach ulcer, it can already cause aggravation. Also, pumpkin seeds are very high-calorie products. There are 560 kilocalories per 100 grams. It's about 3.5 ounces. Therefore, if you seek to lose weight, you need to consider the total daily caloric content. Also, consider that some people may have an allergic reaction to pumpkin seeds, and if pumpkin is considered a hypoallergenic product, but with pumpkin seeds there are possible nuances. And if you have an individual intolerance, you should not force them on yourself. And some tips on how to choose the right pumpkin seeds. You can buy them with or without the peel. If you buy them in the peel, pay attention to their integrity. There should be no signs of moisture, traces of insects, or mold. Let's say we bought a bag of sunflower seeds and we see that one of them is moldy. What can we do? We usually just throw out the moldy seed and go on eating the rest. You shouldn't do that. So if there is one moldy seed in the bag, we should throw away the whole bag, not just the moldy one. Appearance. You should also check for the presence of an odor, which can indicate that the product is a little moldy or rancid. And if you buy fresh and peeled seeds, pay attention. They should have a green color and a very smooth, even slightly glossy surface. And if they are shriveled or have a brownish tint, it is not recommended to buy such a product.
Second food is beets.
The first and probably most noticeable effect that beets have is to stabilize our gastrointestinal tract. If you want your bowels to work like clockwork, then beets are a must. Because if there's constipation, beets will solve this problem very easily. Also, beets are very high in fiber, and about the benefits of fiber I've said on my channel many times. Fiber cleanses our intestines and tones them up. Also, fiber causes the growth of beneficial microflora in our intestines, because it's their natural food. The more fiber we eat, the more beneficial microflora is born. So beets are one of the best foods for the health of our intestines. The next point is the presence of betaine and betanin in beets. Yes, these are two different substances, although their name is quite similar. These are the substances that give it that particularly red-purple color. They can even be used as a natural dye in the food industry, but this is not the point. The fact is that these substances are very strong antioxidants. They neutralize the harmful effects of free radicals, which are quite harmful to our bodies. Thus, betaine and betanin prevent premature aging. Beet juice has even been proven to have a much more pronounced antioxidant effect than other previously known antioxidant juices. Therefore, it's better than cranberry juice, apple juice, tomato juice, pomegranate juice, and orange juice. Also, betaine has a unique property. It is exactly the substance that is directed to neutralize toxins in our bodies. So, if you want to lead the prevention of premature aging, as well as the formation of tumors, it's very desirable to consume beets. The next point, beets lower blood pressure. It's very useful for people with hypertension, and a sufficient dose of beet juice can even replace medicine in some cases. Hypertension is a thing that haunts a person throughout the day. Therefore, it is recommended to consume beets not in one large portion, but to crush them a little at each meal. Still, I'll make an important caveat. If you have a systolic blood pressure of 140 or higher, it is necessary to consult a specialist. Do not self-medicate. The next point is the effect on our liver. The fact is that all thanks to the same betaine, beets have a beneficial effect on the liver too. This substance is very healthy and improves the vitality of this organ. This next point may seem very surprising, but there have been studies that have proven it. Beets can increase your physical strength and stamina. Scientists have studied cyclists who were given beet juice, and the results were amazing. They improved their performance by 11 seconds over the 4-kilometer distance and by 45 seconds over the 16-kilometer distance. Beets are great for the elasticity of our blood vessels. It increases the capacity and it improves the blood flow. So, athletes experience less oxygen deprivation during the race. This next point will be of interest to men, although to women as well. The fact is that beets are very beneficial for male potency. Even in ancient Rome, beets were considered an aphrodisiac. In a sense, the action of beets is very close to the effect of Viagra. It improves the production of nitric oxide. Although in this case, it is better not to abuse it, because if you overeat beets, the opposite side effects may occur. Special attention should be paid to the micronutrients that are contained in beets. So, it ranks among the very first places in providing our body with substances such as phosphorus, calcium, and magnesium. Also, beets contain quite a lot of iodine. It has a lot of B vitamins, and there are also vitamin C and PP. As we all know, vitamins and minerals are much better to take not with pills and supplements, but with natural products. So, beets would be a very good choice. How do you cook beets? We're all used to eating them in a thermally processed form, most often boiled. Although it should be said that after cooking, some of the vitamins and minerals in beets are destroyed. That's why many nutritionists recommend eating them raw, although they understand that not everyone has such a strong stomach that they can easily digest them. Still, the best ways to cook beets are stewing, baking, boiling, or steaming. Another alternative is beet juice, which I've already mentioned. It can also be diluted with carrot juice. But there is one nuance here. It is not recommended to drink such juice on an empty stomach, because it can irritate it. And one more thing that is worth mentioning. The fact that beets contain a certain amount of sugar, and therefore, people with diabetes should be careful. Also, beets are not recommended for people who have gout or urolithiasis. But mostly, beets are a terrific, very inexpensive, beneficial, and useful food, which is recommended to eat every day.
Curcuma.
What are the benefits of turmeric? Why do we get sick? And why do we age? The primary mechanism of aging and the development of chronic diseases is permanent inflammation, and it occurs in all tissues of our body. As we age, inflammatory processes accumulate, and so do chronic diseases. And, as a consequence, we age and acquire age-related diseases. It is chronic inflammation that, in addition to aging, causes the development of cardiovascular disease, as well as the development of cancer. Turmeric contains a substance called curcumin, or, as the biologists also say, curcuminoids. This is a very powerful oxidant that has a strong anti-inflammatory effect. The effect of curcumin is so strong that it can be compared to the effects of some drugs. And, interestingly enough, without any side effects. The next thing that is very important to mention is that curcumin kills cancer cells. A large number of studies have shown that it successfully inhibits their development and growth. According to scientists at the University of Texas Cancer Research Center, curcumin can go inside a cancer cell and change its DNA, and this subsequently leads to its death. And it has no such effect on healthy cells, and causes no side effects. When a cancer cell comes into contact with curcumin, it begins to digest itself. There is also an interesting population study and statistics. In India, where turmeric is added everywhere, in almost every dish, some cancers are much less common. For example, prostate cancer is 50 times less common, breast cancer is 5 times less common, kidney cancer is 10 times less common, and lung cancer is 8 times less common. It has been estimated that the average Indian consumes about 1 to 3 grams of turmeric every day, and that's just the norm for them. That's the local cuisine. Of course, you can't say that if somebody already has cancer, just add 3 grams of turmeric and they'll be fine. It doesn't work that way. but consuming turmeric throughout life can serve as a cancer prevention. Regular consumption of turmeric protects your brain. Cognitive disorders, Alzheimer's disease, and dementia are very often associated with decreased levels of neurotrophic factor activity. This is one of the hormones that have a very large effect on our brains. Studies have shown that turmeric has a very good effect on neurotrophic factor levels. And again, if a person already has dementia, we will not cure it with turmeric, but as prevention, it is effective. The next point is arthritis. Arthritis is a chronic inflammation of our joints. It occurs in a very large number of people, and as we get older, even more so. Very often, the cause of arthritis is a certain immune failure. Our immune systems can mistakenly attack our cells, which are located in our knees, our hands, our wrists, our hips, and so on. In cases of such immune failure, it is very difficult to treat arthritis. But it is possible to reduce inflammation and very much alleviate the symptoms. There was a study where people suffering from arthritis were given as little as half a gram of curcumin a day, and the reduction in pain was significant. People experienced relief, and in some cases, the relief was more pronounced than with anti-inflammatory drugs. But there were other studies where people were given even lower doses, 200 milligrams of curcumin a day, and there were significant improvements as well. So if you have joint pain, it may well be worth adding turmeric to your daily diet. The next effect is the effect on the liver. There have also been studies where it has been proven that turmeric can reduce the risk of certain liver diseases, such as fibrosis and cirrhosis. Turmeric has also been shown to reduce fat accumulation in the liver, and it has also been noted that in chronic hepatitis, turmeric can reduce liver damage. Again, turmeric will not cure hepatitis, but as a protective factor, it works. So how should you take turmeric? The first thing that needs to be said is the dosage. The thing is, there is turmeric, which is the additive, the yellow powder, and then there's curcumin, which is a separate substance that's found in turmeric. Now, the curcumin content in turmeric is about 3%. So, to get the same dosage of curcumin, you have to multiply the amount of turmeric by about 30. Most studies that have talked about the benefits of turmeric have had volunteers get anywhere from 200 milligrams of curcumin to 2 grams. 2 grams of curcumin is already quite a lot. However, there is a general recommendation to take no more than 3 milligrams of curcumin for every kilogram of your body weight. And since curcumin is only 3%, so how much turmeric should you eat? For an average adult of average weight, about 5 to 7 kilograms of turmeric per day. No side effects have been identified. Turmeric is a completely safe supplement, although there are certain precautions. Doctors recommend that pregnant women should not consume more than 500 milligrams of curcumin per day. And people who suffer from diabetes are not advised to take a lot of turmeric as it can severely lower blood sugar levels. And also, people who are deficient in iron, because curcumin in large quantities impairs the absorption of this trace element. In other cases, turmeric can be consumed safely. And one more very important point: the digestibility and bioavailability of turmeric. The fact is that if we just consume turmeric by adding it, for example, to a roast in some dish, only a few % of the product eaten is absorbed. Yes, turmeric is very poorly absorbed. What can we do? There is a solution. Add ground black pepper. It's been proven that if you mix turmeric with ground black pepper, its absorption increases by about 10 to 20 times. So, the next time you're cooking yourself a dish, add turmeric and a little ground black pepper to it. Your body will thank you for it.
Next food is chia seeds.
Chia seeds, otherwise known as Spanish sage, historically originated in Central America. Yes, they were especially loved by the ancient Aztecs. Then there was a time of oblivion, and for many centuries, they were not even mentioned because people didn't even know what benefits they contained. But in recent years, with healthy living becoming an increasingly popular approach, the demand for chia seeds is only growing and growing. Today, these seeds are produced not only in Central America, in the regions where the ancient Aztecs lived, but also in many other countries around the world. Chia seeds contain a huge amount of substances such as zinc, magnesium, manganese, iron, calcium, phosphorus, fiber, and omega-3. So, let's talk about these micronutrients in detail. First of all, it's minerals. If we take 100 grams or 3 ounces of chia seeds, they contain 94% of our daily allowance of magnesium. And needless to say, magnesium is a key mineral for our hearts. Athletes often refer to it as an endurance mineral. It has been observed that if an athlete begins to take normal doses of magnesium, he or she has increased athletic performance and endurance. Also, 100 grams, or 3 ounces, of chia seeds contains 63% of our calcium allowance. People who refuse dairy products very often ask themselves the question, where do I get calcium? An adult still needs to consume 1 gram of this mineral per day. Here's the answer. Also, 100 grams of chia contains 60% of our daily iron intake. Low iron levels lead to anemia, and this is present in about half of the world's population. The next point is omega-3. Chia seeds are very rich in this extremely important substance. Omega-3 is very good for our cholesterol levels. We lower the level of so-called bad cholesterol, or low-density lipoproteins, and increase the level of so-called good cholesterol, or high-density lipoproteins. Moreover, chia seeds contain fiber, and it heals our gastrointestinal tract. Fiber has a very beneficial effect on cholesterol levels as well. Therefore, this combination, fiber plus omega-3, will serve as a terrific prevention of cardiovascular diseases. Moreover, the systematic intake of omega-3 prevents permanent microinflammations in our bodies, and this is one of the main causes of our aging and the development of chronic diseases. The next point is protein. It must be said that the amino acid composition in chia seeds is also very good. In particular, there are important essential acids, like lysine and methionine, and they are not the only ones. Moreover, chia seeds also contain tryptophan, and this in turn is the building material for the production of serotonin and melatonin. Serotonin is the main neurotransmitter of a good mood, and melatonin is the substance that ensures our falling asleep and nightly recovery. And it has to be said that a lack of tryptophan leads to a lack of serotonin and melatonin. Of course, tryptophan can be obtained from other sources, such as meat. But chia seeds are good precisely because they are amazingly balanced and contain a good set of amino acids, among other things. The next point is antioxidants. Many experts talk about their importance and benefits. Antioxidants prevent the harmful effects of free radicals, which are one of the biggest causes of our aging and chronic diseases. Chia seeds contain substances such as chlorogenic acid and caffeic acid. Moreover, they contain flavonoids such as myricetin, camphorol, and quercetin. They revitalize our blood vessels and immune system. The next point is the benefits for the gastrointestinal tract. I must say that chia seeds have properties similar to those of a probiotic. They significantly improve the state of our intestinal microflora. This is because they are food for the beneficial bacteria in our intestines. That is, we feed them, and because of this, there are more of them, and our intestines are healthier. Also, chia seeds have a slight laxative effect. So, if you have problems in this area, they can be taken at night with water, and the effect will be positive. So how do you consume chia seeds properly? Here, we should mention one very important thing. Chia seeds are covered with a very dense shell, and therefore, if you just eat them with a spoon, they will not be digested well. This is why, in the last paragraph, I talked about their positive laxative effect if taken in their usual form. But if we want them to be digested, the following must be done. The best option for digestion is to grind them in a coffee grinder. That way, we are sure to digest everything. In addition, they can be dissolved and soaked in boiling water, so they will swell a little, the shell will become softer, and it will be easier for the body to dissolve them. Moreover, they can be used in smoothies or cooking, for example. They can even be used when baking homemade whole wheat bread. So, chia seeds will even add volume to bread, lower the glycemic index, and give a special flavor. Another way to use chia seeds is the form of oil. Producing the oil yourself is probably difficult, but buying ready-made chia seed oil is fine, and it is very rich in omega-3. Moreover, chia seeds are not only consumed as food, but are even used in cosmetology. For example, chia seed oil is used to revitalize the skin and as a remedy for acne. And one more very interesting point which is worth mentioning, chia seeds can be grown on our own. Those who practice it say that chia seeds are unpretentious and require little care. Moreover, they bloom beautifully and produce a harvest in just 1 year. So, if you like to grow something, why not try chia seeds?
Now, write in the comments what foods you consider the most beneficial for our health. Tell us, it'll be interesting. And now I really recommend you to watch my other video where I talk about 3 other extremely healthy foods you should add to your diet. The link to the video just appeared on the screen. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the video about the top 3 healthiest foods.